Are you bored stiff? Do you need the satisfying story of teaching your bad boss a lesson while on a deserted island? Then let me tell you my thoughts on the little movie called Send Help.
I don't think we should ever leave.
Sam Raimi is back. Yes, the evil director is doing what he does best, and that is horror. Making a movie where people go insane, but with a much more grounded approach in Send Help. We follow Linda Little. You will remember that name when you're done seeing this, I guarantee you. She is played by Rachel McAdams, and she works in an office building where her new boss, played by Dylan O'Brien, is shown to be a prime example of a narcissistic boss. He inherits his dad's company and is instantly repulsed by Linda, who's been working for the company for years by this point under her dad's tenure. But as luck would have it, her boss does feel some sort of pity for her, much to his reluctance, and decides to bring her on the recent Bangkok trip for their company. But unfortunately, the calamity ensues and the plane crash lands, and now both Linda and her boss, Bradley, are stuck on a desert island together, and they need to try and survive. Bradley will soon come to realize that what he mocked Linda most about is going to really bite him in the ass for this, and soon enough a dominance battle enshrines their time together on the island. This was all around a fun movie for me. I can't tell you how many times I get a little chuckle out of Bradley having a little bit of a temper tantrum sometimes. I think we've all had that moment where a cruel boss is just making your life a misery, so playing out these type of events on a movie where you get to upstage them so much, it's like a sweet sympathy of events with this movie. So let me tell you a few things that will make you sit up from your coffin when it comes to Send Help. Firstly, the reality check when it comes to an asshole boss being upstaged by a very competent worker in Linda is just so satisfying to watch. I don't care if anybody's going to get a negative reception out of Linda by the end of this. I think I was rooting for her throughout the entire film, especially when Bradley just makes these idiotic choices throughout and it comes back to bite him so many times, and Linda's just laughing to the bank. The dynamic of these two characters trying to be dominant over one another is really good. The chemistry they develop over the course of them being stranded together makes for very good dialogue exchanges. Some of it can be a little bit awkward at times, but you come to realize who these two people are, and then stuff just works. There's no other way to describe it. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but when Linda and Bradley are butting heads with each other, it kind of reminded me of Madagascar when Alex and Marty are trying to butt heads with each other. When they're trying to make camps on other end, it just gave me Madagascar vibes so much. I don't know if anybody else had that type. Next, the story itself. Now, it's known early on that Linda has a small Christmas party crush on Bradley, but I really hoped that wouldn't be the focus of the movie, and it did tease you at first, but I'm happy to report that it doesn't focus mainly on that on the entirety of the story. In actuality, it has quite a few twists that really set the mood for the rest of the movie, and if you really want to keep that stick it to your co-worker mentality, then this premise has just completely sold you from the get-go. There's not really a lot that made me recline back in my coffin this time around, but the fact I think Sam Raimi is a horror director at heart, and he just had to include jump scares just for the sake of it, when most of the true horror is down to the characters themselves really teasing who they are on the inside and who they are on the outside, just for the sake of it being a horror. I think he's still got some skill on those zoom-in jump scares, but they really felt unnecessary here. The real horror is who's going to snap first on this island, and that's what keeps you hooked throughout the whole film. And I will add that some of the green screen looked really noticeable in some shots, and really shoddy when it shouldn't have been, because the majority of this film is practicality. But there is a scene involving a warthog, so I'll just say that briefly. So try to get the most of it as you can, but when the gore ramps up, it compensates for it. It's absolutely fine. Overall, I had so much fun with Send Help in the cinema. The tension was high, the laughable moments blended in well with the characters, and the way the story wrapped up was deservingly delightful, if I can put it that way, to say the least. It's absolutely gorgeous. We'll just wait until you see it. That is a high recommendation from me. So I thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like listening to me ramble. I hope you're not bored stiff now. Come back again and we will have another movie ready for the coffin table.